questions. Whenever the line is open for questions, if you'll do us a favor, please make sure to turn on your video as well as identify yourself and your outlet prior to asking a question. As a reminder, the program feed with the direct audio and video will be available through the ACC and through Clemson following this. So with that, we will turn it over to Coach Swinney. Coach, take it away.
All right, thanks, Ross, and apologize, guys, for being, a little long. We had to do our senior stuff afterwards this game, but hopefully we can get back to kind of how we've done that in the past. But appreciate y'all's patience on that. But just an awesome game. First of all, just excited to play. I mean, our guys were so excited to play, and we talked about really just setting the tone early, and we did that. I thought defensively they came out and just an awesome job right out of the gate. The first quarter was dominant. They've been playing football here for obviously 125 years, so it's hard to do things that have never been done. And somehow, some way, this team just kind of finds a way to do some unusual things, this year. And I'm just really proud of them. Defense set the tone. This quarterback had 4 interceptions all year, and we had 4 tonight. And really could have had a couple more. But we had 5 takeaways. We were +4 in the margin. And then offensively, explosive. A lot of big plays. And we had 31 points in the first quarter, which is the most points ever at Clemson in the first quarter. So pretty amazing accomplishment. I loved how they were ready. We did hit a couple lulls late in the second quarter, and had a bad 2-minute drill, and we had a little lull at the start of the third. But really the guys just kept competing, kept playing, and just a tremendous game. A lot of big plays on both sides defensively. Good to see us contain. That was a very good quarterback and a good runner. We still got some work to do, but we were much better tonight. And I had 6 sacks, which is a season high for us. And again, the 5 takeaways, 6 different guys had the sacks. And guys stepped up. Really proud of Mario. I think that's the first time maybe since 2016 to have 2 interceptions at a corner, and really proud of him. Offensively, again, we talked about the points and the explosiveness, but 436 passing and 145 rushing, and a lot of those passing yards really are run calls. So we were just very efficient and explosive. Good to have Trevor back. He was awesome, 400-something yards. And another record, first time ever in 125 years to have a passer 400-plus yards back-to-back games. And not only did we do that, it was 2 different quarterbacks. So pretty amazing accomplishment there. And just a lot of contributions from a lot of guys. I thought Linjay and Ches and Pace and Rencher, all those guys made some nice plays. Maury had a career high in catches. Cornell Powell, 176 yards, career high for him. And he said he tied a Clemson record, 3 100-yard games in a row, and I think there's only 3 receivers now that have had back-to-back 150 yards. So really proud of Cornell, just an incredible performance. E.J. Williams got his first start. And he's really coming on and emerging for us. Excited about, what I've seen out of him. Trevor tied the school record for wins. But I think the big thing is, for this senior group to be the first ever to be undefeated at home. I mean, that's just incredible. What an accomplishment for those guys. And as I told them in the locker room, the reason they had an opportunity to do that is because of those seniors of 19 and 18 and 17 put them in position, and so that's a challenge to the guys moving forward. But what an incredible career these seniors have had. Just a great group of guys, special team that's in the midst of a historic year, a historic season, and doing some historic things along the way. So a lot of fun to coach these guys, and look forward to trying to finish strong with them. Good to be back on the win side. As we always say, the fun's in the winning. But we got to be the road warriors the rest of the way, that's for sure. So we've closed up shop here in the Valley. Appreciate our fans. It was an awesome day, awesome crowd. Military appreciation was special, and just a wonderful day for some Clemson football. And guys came through. I don't think we had any injuries or anything like that. I think everybody's in a good spot. So look forward to enjoying this one tonight. and moving on to the next one tomorrow. So with that, I'll take your questions.
Line is open for questions.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. With DK and Landon and Jalen Phillips all out today, and a quarterback like Pickett, who you know can sling it around, had to be great to see all those young corners and safeties perform the way they did. And just if you could answer, I don't think we had DK on our unavailability list. Was he just like a late scratch?
Yeah, I know he was dressed, and he was just. We just didn't play him today. Sometimes people might say you're in the doghouse, and I like to say he's in the love shack. Really, just a little team discipline with him. And I love DK. Actually, he's one of my favorite. And I think the Bible says the greatest form of discipline is love. And so just put him in the love shack this weekend. And hopefully he'll respond the right way. I loved his attitude today, and guys stepped up, and Mario took advantage of the opportunity. Boost continuing to play well, and Lee Anthony had a big play at the end there, and Malcolm Green is a young guy that's just been kind of coming, and we actually played him. You saw him in some nickel stuff today, and. He's really responding well. Almost had another interception. Probably should have had it. And doing some good things. And Fred Davis got in there. So we love our guys, man. And then those Xanders is a great player, and he's been out now and might be out here for a little while. We'll see. But Joseph Charleston's a guy we got a lot of confidence in. Ray Thornton is a young man that's getting better and better, redshirt freshman, and Tyler Venables. We've got a bunch of guys in there, and they're all playing hard and working hard to prepare. We take a few lumps here and there, but just was really proud of how they competed today.
Hey, Coach, it's David Hood. I have to ask, I asked Tony Elliott about the flea flicker play just a couple plays after Pitt's flea flicker, and he gave all the credit to you and said that was a professional courtesy. Did you make that call on the headset up to Tony to say to go for it there?
Well, we had it in. Yes, I felt like it would have been a good time to call it. We just had intercepted it, and they're very aggressive. They're very, very aggressive. That's just kind of the nature of who they are. They're gonna have those safeties, downhill, 8, 9, 10 yards deep, and they're just run fitters, and a lot of times it's basically like a cover zero, and so we knew we had that in all week, knowing that they'd be aggressive when we push cracked, and it was awesome. I didn't think it'd be that open, but Cornell did a great job of selling it. The guys did a good job of protecting, and that was a fun one. Guys enjoyed that.
Hey Dabo, it's Josh from the Post and Courier. Just after everything that's gone on the past month or so with Trevor's positive test and the Notre Dame loss, and then what happened last week in Tallahassee, just how did it feel to finally get on the field and kind of dominate like you guys did?
It was great, Alex. It almost felt like an opener all over again. We were really eager to play, and obviously it's not an opener because we've played a bunch of games. But every week it's been like, all right, who can play this week? And so it's been a good challenge. It's made us better as coaches. It's made us better as a team. As I've said the last couple of weeks, we're trending in the right direction as far as getting some guys back. I mean, you immediately saw the presence of Skalski, what he brings to the table, and Tyler Davis. I mean, he's special players. First time I think we've had Tyler and Brzee kind of available in forever. Maybe Wake Forest seems like. We're throwing the ball all over the place, and we got Justin Ross and Ngata and Latson all on the shelf. Those are 3 pretty good players. So I'm just proud of our guys and our coaches for finding a way. We've had to, and then guys stepping up. I mean, Amari, the year he's had, and 2 seniors, Amari and Cornell. I mean, wow, what a year they've had. And Trevor's just been amazing. And then DJ, when he's had his opportunities to play, I mean, you just see how special that young guy is. And so, it's been certainly a challenging year in a lot of ways, but a lot of fun. And again, these guys were super, super, super eager to get back out there and just get back to play. And again, these guys fought for their season. They love to play the game. They love to play. They love to compete. They enjoy preparation, and they're a committed group. And I'm really proud of them. You know, we know we had a lot of drama last week. We didn't have a single player positive, not one. And you know, that's a credit to these guys, and that just speaks to their commitment to doing what they need to do to give themselves a chance to play. And I'm just really proud of them, and I'm proud of our whole organization here. And hopefully we can continue to stay focused and see if we can sprint to the finish line.
Dabo, Larry Williams here. Back when Skalski first had his surgery, did you have any expectation that he'd be back this soon?
Yeah, we thought there was a good chance. That was kind of our goal. It was very important to him to try to have a chance to play on senior day. And, just the nature of who Skalski is and you know how committed he is and everything. If you tell him this is what you have to do, well, he's going to do above and beyond that. So I knew if anybody had a chance, he would. We thought for sure he'd be back for Virginia Tech. So this was just a credit to him, really just putting a lot of work in and our medical team, and then just his body responding to the treatment and stuff. So really happy for him that he was able to have that moment. Really love that guy.
Hey, Coach, it's Trevor again. Linjay Dixon didn't have any rushing yards the last 2 games. Had to be good to see him have a night like he did today, scoring amazingly his first touchdown of the season.
Yeah, it was good. He did a nice job. You know, he had one play where he kind of tried to do a little too much, and that's been kind of the thing that we've challenged him with is just be Linjay, you know, and there's nothing wrong with a single. You know, singles, you know, those lead to points along the way. And so very, very patient with his running, did a nice job. He's gotten healthy, you know, hurt his knee in camp. But I thought this was, you know, probably his most productive and consistent game to this point, and just playing within the system and doing what he's asked to do.
Coach, Rob Gilchrist, WCRS, 1450 AM, 90.5 FM, Greenwood. What are your thoughts on the defense back unit? We had a couple of guys out today. Just a great performance against a very high potent offense in Pittsburgh. What are your thoughts on the secondary and having guys like Skalski and Davis, as you mentioned, back? It just seemed like day and night compared to the game against Notre Dame as compared to tonight's big win against Pitt.
Yeah, I mean, we don't make any excuses. I mean, we had every opportunity to win the last game for sure. But there's no question we're with the open date that we had, we were a pretty beat up team going into the BC game, honestly. And so, you know, to have the open date and then to be able to get some of these guys back. I mean, Rook was dressed out tonight. We wanted him to dress and go through pregame, so we're really excited. He's a guy nobody really even talks about. And Rook's going to be a star player here. This guy's going to be a great player. And he had probably as good a camp as anybody, and then he got hurt and been out all year. But he's we think close to being back, and unfortunate that we lost Joe. We hope maybe to get him back postseason, and then same Latson. I think maybe next week we'll see. But we've just had to kind of who's available, who's not, and but getting Skalski back, and getting Tyler back, and getting Mike back. Nolan wasn't healthy up at Notre Dame as well, and battled through for us. Mario's gotten back healthy. He's had some games where he's not been able to go with injury. So we've just the silver lining is we've been able to develop a lot of guys maybe quicker than we would have. We've been forced to do that. So I think we've got some good depth, and as we get some of these guys back, that should serve us well, down the stretch run.
Coach, it's Trevor again. It was pretty neat to see Justin Ross carry the flag down the hill, especially especially with his mom's background in the Navy.
Yeah, I thought that was we always trying to figure out who we want to come down, and I just thought that he would be a great guy. First of all, who knows if it might be his last time down the hill. We're all praying and hoping that he'll have a chance to continue to play, but that doesn't mean he's going to come back here. I hope he does, but no guarantees for that. What a special player he is, and so I just thought it'd be a neat thing. In fact, the first time I met Justin, his mom was deployed, and I did not get to meet her until later in the recruiting process. But just a really cool moment for him, and cool for our fans to be able to share in that moment with Justin. And we've got a ton of guys on our team who have military family. In fact, Wednesday we had all the guys come up who have military in their family and had each one of them talk about their mom or dad or cousin or brother or grandfather, whoever it is. And that was a pretty cool moment this past week to kind of, hear them share, their thoughts on our military and their appreciation of their family and their service.
Dabo, this is Matt. Have you heard anything on if the Florida State game might be made up or where things are with that game?
No, I hadn't heard anything.
Any additional questions for Coach Swinney?
Yeah, but Larry again. Would Tyler Davis would he have played last week at Florida State at the game been played?
Been close. It would have been close. I don't know if he would have been able to play. He was close. We were gonna kind of check his oil in pregame, but most likely not. But he'd had a chance. But he was definitely ready to go this week.
What has this ordeal been like for him? Just getting back to play in shape.
Yeah, he don't say anything. He's all the time. He's just all about his business. He don't ever complain. He never pouts. He just focuses on what he's got to do. And that's one of the great qualities that he has. I mean, disappointed he hadn't been able to play, but his focus is on getting back. And it was awesome to have him back, and again to know that we got that big guy back for the stretch run here.
Coach, it's Trevor again. I think it was Walker Parks got hit with the ineligible that negated the touchdown. I guess that's a good learning moment for a young player. I mean, even for experienced players, those RPOs must be really tough.
Yeah, you talking about the one to Amari?
Yes.
Yeah, that's an RPO. That is an RPO, and it was a touchdown. And that particular RPO is a little bit. You got to hold the ball a little longer. So to be honest with you, that wasn't on the line. That's on us as coaches. I didn't do a good enough job of really making sure they understood the difference in that RPO. That was something that we put in this week, and it is an RPO, but you have to hold it a little longer. And we want to be aggressive up front because there's no guarantee. We called it earlier in the game and handed the ball off, and we called it another time and hit it. Amari made a great catch on the kind of reach back going down toward the hill, and then we hit it for a touchdown. But the other couple times, he got rid of it quicker, but Amari had to work a little bit on that, and so that's not on the line. That one's on me. I didn't do a good enough job of really, teaching them the timing of that, and probably have to ride it a little bit longer, read it a little bit longer, and kind of sit in there a little more. But that's on me.
Yeah, I know these guys.
Two more for Coach.
This is Larry again. I know these guys are hard to run against just from a numerical perspective. But did you like the push that your line was getting, especially early on?
Yeah, I did. I thought we needed to be effective. We needed to be efficient, and to be able to create the explosives that we thought would be there, and create the distortion in the defense. And we were able to do that. I thought Travis was awesome. He looked fresh. I mean, he was fresh legs and just had the eye of the tiger out there. So it was really good. And then And then, Trevor, we did a really good job with our quarterback run game and making some good decisions. We had a couple of good runs that we had some penalties on, unfortunately, but, his legs in there are definitely a factor, and just his knowledge and understanding of what he brings to the table with his legs. So, the combination of that and the passing game was really good. And like I said, very, very efficient all day. And I thought our second group got in there at the end. They had their starters in there, and I thought we got some good push with those guys. And there was a couple of kind of gritty, dirty yards where, we had a couple down on the goal line where we didn't have them all blocked, but we were able to just kind of mush it in there with a little bit of, just push. So it was good. It was good from that aspect to get some of those tough, dirty yards when we needed them.
Dabo, this is Matt again. I think Travis had 3 receptions today and is up to 40 on the year. Just what has he brought to you guys in the passing game, and do you feel like he's helped his draft stock coming back and showing what he can do?
No question. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife now. He's gone from a one-pitch guy, and now he's Greg Maddux. I mean, he can do whatever you need. He can paint the corners. You're just off balance all the time. I mean, he's complete. I mean, he is a special player, and he creates so much stress. Great players are good with the ball and without the ball, and he's a great player now without the ball. For some part of his career, he was great with the ball. Now he's great without the ball, and a lot of that is the threat that he brings in the passing game. I mean, he is a problem in the passing game, and teams have to really prepare for him, and that creates opportunity. So obviously we can hand it to him, and he can do a lot of things, but what he's been able to do in the passing game this year, there's no question. He's an every down back. His pass protection, his understanding of defense, his recognition, he's just improved so much. Tony's done an unbelievable job in preparing him. I mean, from where he was is just like I said, kind of a one-trick pony. Hand it to him, and he's just going to run. To really being a complete player and a guy that understands the zone and the counter and the power and where the blocks are supposed to be, and his patience in his running, his understanding of the scheme, his pass protection fundamentals, technique, his route running, everything. He's just a complete player. So there's no question. I mean, he's the best back in the country, and he's going to be special on the next level. I can't wait to watch him, but I'm glad we got him for a little bit longer. Maybe he'll come back. He gets another year next year. Maybe he'll hang around. I'm going to keep that number 9 just in case.
All right, with that, we'll wrap up. Coach Swinney, thank you all for joining us.
All right, guys, thank you.